Okay, another video where I basically will most likely be saying that you just absolutely shouldn't really listen to me or anybody else. You should listen to yourself. You should listen deeper. You should listen. It's kind of ironic, right? Because I'm telling you what you should do. But here I am, contradicting myself. Listen to yourself. Don't listen to me. Okay? Like I said, listen deeper. And there you have it. There's where all of your answers will be. Okay, your answers aren't with anybody else because they're not you. They don't have your life. They don't have your circumstances. They don't have your inner workings. They don't have your mind. They don't have your heart. They don't have your situations. They don't have your relationships. No one could possibly tell you what to do. No one could possibly tell you how you should live your life. No one could possibly tell you the right answer for you because they have no idea what the fuck you're dealing with. Okay? So, this is why it is important to just listen to yourself and cut out all of the other noise, all of the other influences. Okay? You don't need people influencing you on how you live your life. All right? And there's caveats, right? Like, obviously, we're all influenced by things, we're all influenced by people, we're all influenced by a lot of shit. Influenced by the sun coming in over there right now. We're all influenced by a lot. Okay. So while you're learning to be less influenced by people, it is better to allow yourself to be influenced, if you're going to be influenced by people that you respect, people that you look up to, people that are healthy. Okay. This is why you know who's healthy and you know who's not healthy for you. Right. So if there is anyone in your life or anyone's, even anyone on the internet, right? Anyone's shit that you're allowing to enter into your field or into your psyche, you need to cut that out. You have to cut it out and clean up the field around you, right? And so at first, you get out all the unhealthy shit, and then you allow yourself to have a field of people and things that you would be happy to be influenced by at first, right? And then over time, you realize that these people and these things and all this stuff, they're still not you. And while it will feel better than being influenced by things that aren't healthy, it won't feel as good as being you, as just being yourself. So then you can start slowly pushing that away, right? And by pushing it away, okay, maybe pushing away is not the right word, but it's kind of the right word. You slowly pushing that away from you, and you just get more in tune with yourself, more okay with yourself, and not wanting to be anyone else, not wanting to be like anyone else, not wanting to be influenced by anyone else or anything, and just getting more in touch with your true nature. Okay? And this is just a natural process, and the entire time it's a natural unfolding and process of you feeling more and you listening more and you understanding more and just getting more and more in touch with yourself. And this will all happen naturally. You don't really need to do anything. It's more of an undoing, it's more of a not doing, it's more of a being, right? And so there's an allowance in it, there's an acceptance in it, there's an understanding in it, um there's a peace in it, because you don't need to do anything to be yourself, but you need to let go of all of the parts of you that are holding on to things that aren't you. Because while there's a part of you holding on to something else that you believe is you, until you lessen that grip, you can't flow because there's a part of you stuck holding something else, believing it's you. It's like you holding on really tight to a ball and convincing yourself that you're that ball. Okay? When you let go of the ball after holding on to it for 20, 30, 40 years, you then just go, oh, what the? holy, you feel movement again. You feel aliveness again. You start feeling your hand that had once atrophied from holding on to this ball so tightly because you didn't want to let go of it, because that ball meant so much to your identity. Okay? When you let go of that, then you can feel. You can feel again. You can feel you. Okay? You come back to life. So, I guess that's it. Like I said, that's really the point. It's the only point I want to keep driving home, is that you ultimately should not be listening to anyone but yourself, me included. Don't listen to me or anyone. Listen to yourself. All right? Like I said, I know this is contradicting. I'm contradicting myself while I'm saying this, because I'm saying what you should do, right? But don't get that twisted, that this is even like, oh, like, I have an answer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have your answer. You have your answer. I don't have your answer. So, and neither does anyone else. Okay? No one else could possibly have your answer. And you wouldn't want that, right? Like, there's been a lot in my life I wanted someone to reach out and give me the answer, because there were so many times in my life I would be suffering or struggling and just hitting my head against the wall repeatedly over and over and over. And there was so much of my life that I genuinely was just waiting. And I could remember waiting for someone to just like come in and give me the answer. I was looking for it. I was, asking. I was like watching shit online, like all these different things. And I always literally, I like, it felt like there would be one day someone would give me the answer, and someone would give me the key for X problem, right? They would give me X key for X problem, and then I would finally be out of it. And you know what? That never happened. That's never happened once in my entire life. There's never been a time where someone was like, "Oh, this is it," and I was like, "Thank you. That's it. That was like, you just saying that fixed my problem." Me understanding what you're talking. You know what I mean? Like, you can get understanding from other people's perspectives and point of views, but no one has your answer, because even if someone has an understanding or a perspective or a key that worked for them, you can take it and apply it, but you still have to do the thing. You still have to figure out exactly how to put that key into your unique keyhole and turn it. Okay. And until you do that, you're not going to be able to open the door. Okay. And someone else can't come in with their key and open your door for you, because they don't know where your door is. They know where their key is and where their door is. They don't know where your door is. Okay. And you're the only one that can walk through that door. So, yeah, I'm continuously going to just be trying to drive that point home, and whatever. That's the thing too. The funny thing about this is it really doesn't matter, because it is only it's not up to anyone. It's not up to anyone when our time is for the thing. It's not up to anyone when the time is that they finally realize they have that key for that specific door, and it's time and they're ready to walk through it. Okay? It's not up to us. It's not up to our timing. So even this, right? Like, you could watch this video 1,000 times over the course of the next, 1,000 days, and 999 times this could just be doing absolutely nothing, not helping at all, whatever. And then one day, for whatever reason, so this might click, and you'd be like, and just really hear it. Just be like, oh, and you find your own key. It had nothing to do with this. It's just a pointer, right? So it's not up to us, you know. Like I said, it's kind of ironic. It's like when you stop trying, but even when you stop trying, it's like that wasn't up to you either. It's kind of maddening when you think about it, but it is also ridiculously beautiful, because it takes all of the pressure off, right? This isn't It's so funny, the paradox, because in some way it's almost like you have to exert this immense pressure to finally let go sometimes. And then when you finally let go, it happens. But it's like, would you have been able to let go if you weren't exerting so much pressure to the point where something in you finally gave up? And I'm not saying that's the case for everything, everyone, every situation, every scenario, but I know damn well that's been the case for me more than once. So I don't think there's anything else I really need to say. Like I said, I didn't really need to say anything from the beginning. You know, at best, the point of this video is to just hopefully point you a little bit more towards yourself. Okay, a little bit more towards yourself, a little bit away from the influence of anything external, a little bit away from the influence of anyone that isn't you. And just to say that again, no one else can or should tell you how to do anything in your own life. Okay? You have agency over your life. You are autonomous. You want that agency. You want that autonomy. You know, it can feel good to give up that freedom and autonomy for some time, you know, and believe that it's something external, believe that it's someone else, believe that it's something else telling you what to do. It makes things easier, right? But in that, you lose a part of yourself and you lose a lot of the richness that comes with life. So you lose a lot of the depth. You lose you. So it's not always the easiest to take that agency back and take that understanding and that perspective and that part of you back. But it is imperative if you would like to be fully you. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there. Um, yeah,